All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody tapping on in. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to A Weapon C Rap Life Music. And let's get into this video, man, and talk about the situation with Kawhi Leonard, as Kawhi made the biggest mistake he could have ever made today at LA Strippers Media Day. Now, the Clippers had Media Day today, and Kawhi Leonard showed up and does exactly what I think he is, which is lie. He's a liar. He sat up there and he fell right into the trap of Pablo Torre. First of all, he called Pablo Torre clickbait when Pablo Torre have done nothing but show receipts of this activity. Now, you've had buffoons that have ran around my comment section talking about, oh, this is common in the NBA. Well, show me where mofos are getting paid over 30-something million dollars, 40, 50, 60 million dollars to do nothing to circumvent the salary cap. Show me where it's going on all around the league. Y'all keep saying, oh, this happens all the time. Show me where. Show me where. I haven't heard one instance where they showed me where. I haven't seen one person they showed me that this happened with. Now, do I think it could be a potential other situation in the league? Maybe one. That's obvious. But we'll let that remain nameless. But we know that it could be a potential look into somewhere in the city of New York. Right? But to say that this is happening, and this is the thing, Kawhi Leonard is a scumbag. And I'm going to tell you why. So he spits in the face of all the people who basically have called him out on his cap, him and his lame-ass team. The Toronto Raptors have called him out for asking for illegal shit. I guess that was a lie, too. The Los Angeles Lakers said, hey, man, we can't do that to him. I guess that's a lie, too. And now you have this situation with the Clippers, where Pablo Torre has not just came out here just running his mouth. He's pulled up actual receipts. Matter of fact, there have been lawsuits involved with this situation surrounding Kawhi Leonard before. There have been actual text messages from Uncle Dennis. And now today, Kawhi Leonard, he set himself up, and we got Kawhi Leonard on paperwork signing deals, signing contracts and stuff. And we got copies of the wire transfers, all of these different things, right? But Kawhi Leonard calls it clickbait. He's a liar. He's the capper, and he is the scum of the NBA earth. Him, Steve Ballmer, and the entire Clippers organization is disgusting, in my opinion. And Pablo Torre is putting a foot up the crack of the you-know-what. And I'm going to tell y'all why. If Pablo Torre lying, why they ain't sued his ass? If they say everything is on the up and up, and Pablo Torre is lying, why haven't Steve Ballmer sued Pablo Torre for allegations that could basically destroy his reputation and his team? Why haven't Kawhi Leonard, punk ass, sued the dude that he said was putting out clickbait? Why he ain't suing? You can, if that's clickbait, that's an easy lawsuit. Go right to court and take that nigga money. Why not sue him? This is the same thing we said about LeBron James when Kale Sonny said LeBron James and him got the same PED dealer. Why LeBron James ain't sue him? LeBron James go after the AI company. Why he ain't go after him? So it's the same thing with lying ass Kawhi. He's a liar. Point blank, he's a liar. Period. I have zero respect for that nigga, man. He's a disgrace to the NBA, bro. And this is why I said Michael Jordan needs to take over the league and get the league back on track, man. Where you don't have dudes that can get up there and just lie. So you gonna tell me somebody gonna pay a dude that's an absolute lame, aloof, 20-something million, no, my bad. 48 million, no, my bad. What did Pablo say? $68 million for nothing? To not promote nothing? That's what they paying Kawhi Leonard? But y'all seen the text message he put out today? Then people's like, oh, what are we paying Kawhi for? Big mistake. This guy's he's a dud. These are facts. Right? But this dude went up there and called a dude who did real journalism. He didn't do no gossip, no clickbait. He put out real. Did Kawhi Leonard deny that was his damn signature? Answer this question. Did Kawhi Leonard deny that was his signature? And the media asked him weak-ass questions today. They should have asked his sorry ass, why did he create that LLC right before he signed this deal with this corporation? They should have asked him, do you get paid through your LLC, through your other endorsements? These are all questions they should have asked this lame, but aloof goof. Period. Right? I'm just telling you what it is. But don't nobody want to tell the truth right here. Everybody want to hide this shit and make lame ass excuses and just go back and just talk shit about LeBron James. It's not fair. That shit ain't fair, man. Especially when you got this capping ass dude that get to fly under the radar cause he quiet. Don't work on my clock, Jack. Like I said, the dude's a liar. Point blank period. And I believe Pablo Torre. And tell they ass to go sue Pablo. Tell him to go take Pablo to court and prove that Pablo is lying. Prove that Pablo defames your character. Because Pablo ain't out here saying allegedly. He's showing paperwork. He's showing actual transfers. And Steve Ballhead sat up there and lied his ass off. They conned me. That's what that bum said. And guess what? Today, Pablo Torre proved that the same dude that Steve Ballmer alleged conned him, Steve Ballmer gave him money after that. Even after he alleged it was over with. Don't nobody got nothing to say about that. Why ain't nobody got nothing to say about that? I thought he said he conned me and that he ended that relationship. Why was he still sending this dude money to a whole different situation after that in 2024? Make it make sense. Ain't nobody ask them questions. All them people sit up there and lie. And they ain't going to answer this shit. They're not going to say nothing because they're liars. And Pablo Torre, he dropped the jewel tonight. Pablo Torre said that people within the Clippers organization are scared to speak out about this because they're scared that the NBA is going to come hard and do backlash on them. And they don't think that there's going to be a real investigation. They think that they're just going to try to sweep this shit under the rug. Pablo said it today. But you know what? Kawhi Leonard made a big mistake today. He's on record now. Remember when Steve Ballhead came out and denied that shit? And then the very next episode, Pablo was ready to just drop another nugget on his helmet. Well, guess what? I think he was waiting on Kawhi to go up there and lie and deny it today. So the next episode he dropped will be that ether. Because he said today, we still investigating. He have a team of people looking through all of those files. And I believe the next episode he dropped, woo, how is Kawhi going to duck that smoke? How is he going to duck that smoke? I need y'all to answer that question. Right? Right? Think about what I just said to y'all. This is why I try to tell y'all, man, it ain't no more morality and integrity in the sport. Because you got dudes like, at least if other dudes will want to play, they want to work for their shit, bro. This nigga allegedly told the people, no, we don't want to do nothing. So you telling me that the Spurs was lying when they was dealing with Kawhi. You're telling me that the Toronto Raptors were lying about Kawhi Leonard. You're telling me that the Los Angeles Lakers lied about Kawhi Leonard. And now you're telling me that Pablo Torre is lying about Kawhi Leonard. So everybody lying about Kawhi. Now, I just want to know, what is it going to be when this next evidence that Pablo is going to drop on Kawhi helmet? And I'm telling you something, Kawhi made a big mistake. He shouldn't have said nothing. He should have pleaded the fifth and not said nothing. Why? Because the feds are involved. And you never say nothing on record with the feds involved. Because now they have you on record making public statements. If you were smart and had any sense, you would say, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to say on that. There's an investigation going on, and I'll let the investigation play out. He went up there and denied it. He played right into Pablo's hands. So when Pablo come out on the next show he dropped about Kawhi Leonard and drop another Ethan Napalm bump that proves Kawhi is a capper and a liar, I wonder what everybody will say. Like I said, I'm willing to say this to Kawhi Leonard's face. I don't give a fuck, man. We don't run from no kind of smoke, nigga. He's a liar. Him, Uncle Dennis, all them dudes, they all scum. Period. And they should be ashamed and ran from NBA circles. Adam Silver should be ran out. He should be voted out as NBA commissioner. He has done a horrible job. Period. He has no control over the league. This is insane. This dude, they got paperwork on this guy, and this fool will come out and lie. He'd have better off been not saying nothing. And Pablo said today the investigation is still going on into this dude. He still got his people going through these files. In fact, let me refresh your mind. Because see, I'm telling you something, man. I know when I'm shooting, I know I don't miss. So Pablo Torre has been crystal clear about that the aspiration rabbit hole was far from being tapped out. And today's media day fallout just cranked the ongoing dial to full blast. Now in September, right? In September, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm reading from so y'all can see. So you guys can get all of the actual, so y'all don't think, because see, I actually went and looked this up and I asked questions, right? And this is what I got right here. And I'm showing you guys this. I'm gonna show y'all this. So everybody can't say, hey man, what you doing ticket? No, I'm out here stir frying these niggas. Right? Right? Now let's get this. All right? Let's see. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. Cause see, people need to see this. And these niggas just think I'm just come on here just talking, nigga. No, nigga. This is real, nigga. Hey, y'all really think this is a game? Nigga, the SEC and the FBI, they have to be investigating Steve Ballmer because they asked, and I'm gonna show y'all this on the screen tonight. Right? Beat the first case like John, got it? Now let's look at this right here, y'all. Hold on. Cause see, I'm finna show y'all. I don't have to play these little punk games. I can show y'all this, right? But everybody lying though. Johnny Wilkes was lying. All these people lying. All these people lying, right? On Kawhi. On a fake weak knee dude, everybody lying. So you're spot on. Ticket is what it told me. Pablo Torre's been crystal clear that the aspiration rabbit hole is far from tapped out. And today's Media Day fallout just cranked the ongoing dial to full blast. In the September 29th episode, today, of the Pablo Torre Finds Out Part 5, dropping like a precision-guided missile right before the Clippers presser, he straight up teases that his team's still knee-deep in the weeds, sifting through fresh witness interviews and documents from the bankruptcy vault that could drag Uncle Dennis Robinson even further into the 2019 free agency mess. Torres X thread today hammers it home after Kawhi's evasive, I don't think it's accurate, on the no-show claims. Pablo fires back with those two gut punch questions. Why was this $28 million deal a total ghost publicly? And what services did you even perform? And follows up by noting that the contract's existence was a secret, was a black hole secret until he unearthed it. Think about this. Signed by Kawhi LLC and Aspiration CEO. That's not the vibe of a guy wrapping up. It's a buckle up, round 6 incoming signal. He's been methodically drip feeding this saga since September the 3rd premiered. Emails in part 4, text from Kawhi's agent chasing payments in today's drop, and that while $1.875 million Steve Ballmer to Sandberg charity wire in December 2024 that Torre calls inconceivable for a supposed victim. Remember? Punk ass, he conned me. He said that he didn't deal with him no more after that con, but he still sent him money later on. 10 months later, he sent him money after that. Sandberg, who's with the feds right now, jammed up. And the feds asked him about Steve Ballmer in that deposition, and he was scared to talk about it. In a pre-episode interview snippet, Torre even name drops that he's got 7 months of digging under his belt already, with more ex-Aspiration insiders queued up who could flip the federal angle if they spill on those Sandberg depositions where Steve Ballmer's name triggered Fifth Amendment panic. The NBA's Watchtail Pro, that's the lawyer firm that the NBA has investigating. The NBA's Watchtail Pro is accelerating in lockstep. Now listen, this is why I told y'all they set these O's up. Somebody is putting the battery in Pablo's back and giving him all that information. Somebody's giving this dude all those private text messages. Somebody's giving him all those emails. Somebody wants to bury Steve Ballmer and Kawhi for cheating. Somebody on their ass. Read this last line right here, and this is sourced from sportsillustrated.com. You see it right there, SI.com. The NBA's Watchtail Pro is accelerating in lockstep. They're reportedly subpoenaing Balmer Group grant records right now. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Subpoenaing their records right now. Now read this. And Torres positioned his pod as the shadow investigator, countering every Adam Silver, Steve Ballmer spin with receipts. Even though punk ass Kawhi talking about something is clickbait. No ho, it's receipts. Like questioning why a $300 million sponsorship flew under the commissioner's radar despite CBA mandates for approval. It goes on. If history's any guide, Torres FTX sports washing deep dives set the template. Expect another bombshell before training camp. Maybe those $21 million carbon credit bailouts tied directly to Kawhi's paydays, or a bombshell on how Aspirations fraud plea, Sandberg's $248 million wire scam, intersects with Clippers post default investments. Y'all niggas think I'm coming in here just wasting my time on a dude who's supposed to have weak knees? Stop playing with me, bro. And this nigga out here talking about some of his clickbait. They gonna show him clickbait, all right? They're gonna show him clickbait. I'm gonna say it again. They're going to show Kawhi Leonard clickbait. This I can promise every last one of y'all. They're gonna show y'all clickbait on Kawhi. And I'm telling y'all this right now as I stand right here. This dude is gonna get smoked. Listen, somebody is lockstep behind the scenes, fueling and feeding Pablo Torre all those secret messages and emails. How in the blue hell did Pablo Torre get all those emails? And these people are the same people that talk to the feds. The people that talked to Pablo Torre from Aspiration Company, who said that this whole scam was real, they talked to the feds. So if they lied to the feds, that means that they lied under penalty of perjury and can face fed time in prison for lying to federal officials. You think a mofo gonna lie to federal officials for Kawhi Leonard? Man, yo, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, nigga. Stop playing with me, bro. This bum got caught dead in the middle of his shit, and I can't wait till they jam his lying, capping, bad for the league ass up. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'll be right here waiting on the smoke, because I know Pablo ain't finished. See, what Pablo is doing is he's doing the great work, because what the NBA can't hide nothing now. The way Pablo's cooking the NBA, and if anything happens to Pablo, it's gonna get real ugly. Pablo got a lot of people behind him, a lot of people that's been around NBA circles for a long time. He's got coaches, all these people that's talking to him now, right? He's got executives in the league. All of them think that the Clippers have cheated. I'm telling y'all this, bro. So you think that somebody's gonna believe Kawhi because he said, "Oh, ain't nobody gonna believe that clickbait." No, you're a clickbait, nigga. You're a lie, bro. And you're gonna get exposed in front of the world. And I'm gonna give a standing ovation when they completely finish exposing your ass. Point blank, period. And I don't have no respect for this dude, because you'll sit up there and blatantly lie. So we're gonna say that the Raptors lied when Amin El-Hassan sat up there today and said he was told by Raptors officials that Kawhi Leonard and them try to do this to circumvent the cap. So they lied. The Raptors officials lied when they said that Kawhi's uncle came and approached him with that. So the Lakers lied when they said that happened too, right? So Johnny Wilkes lied. You know, Uncle Dennis's friend, he lied too, right? When he sued the Clippers and said that, they had a deal. He talked about all this shit in his lawsuit before Jerry West passed away. I guess Johnny Wilkes lied too, right? This was in the LA Times on the front page. So I guess all these people lied. The Toronto Raptors lied, right? And the Toronto Star, they lied, right? They lied, right? All these people lied. Popovich lied. Everybody lying, but somehow Kawhi is telling the truth. But somehow this dude Pablo has brought apart one of the biggest scandals in sports history. No, the biggest scandal in sports history, and they ain't sued him. They don't want to go to court and see that paperwork. They don't want to go to court and have a paperwork party. Pablo don't want to have a paperwork party. I'm gonna hit up Pablo. I'm gonna contact Pablo myself. Why won't they sue Pablo? You know why you don't sue somebody? Because they're telling the truth. They're telling the truth. They won't even refute all the things that Pablo, the paperwork, they ain't even saying that none of that shit is fake that Pablo's putting out. They can't say it's fake. The only thing they can do is deny and hope that dude don't find shit, which he already has. He's got witnesses and whistleblowers that work in aspiration. Kawhi Leonard ruined his NBA career with greed. Period. And he's gonna get found guilty. And I told y'all don't have to listen to me, but I'm telling you this. The feds are watching. That's why they're not gonna be. I'm telling y'all something. The feds are watching. The feds are watching, boy. Y'all think this is a game? Matter of fact, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Because I had asked about this, right? So let me put the answer I got on the screen. If I asked, was the feds going to be getting involved? And it's got all of the articles that is sourced and everything. So I mean, it's going to be real ugly for a lot of people, y'all. It's going to get real ugly for a lot of people. Named Steve Ballhead, right? Now let me put this on the screen for you guys, right? Let me show y'all this, right? Let me show y'all this. I gotta put this up here on the screen, show y'all real quick, right? And it told me, it told me, it told me, it told me. And check this out, y'all. Now I know y'all think this is a game, but it's not. I'm finna show y'all. Think it's a game till them things come out. And I told y'all that boy, they gotta lie. They have to deny this. This is you talking about federal type of stuff. Federal. See, this is not cap. There ain't no cap in my rap, nigga. Federal, nigga. You're spot on. That's a killer detail I overlooked in my last take. And it absolutely juices up the timeline in ways that make Steve Ballmer's Duke victim story way harder to swallow. Let's break it down with what Torre actually dropped. Because yeah, it flips the federal angle from nope to maybe there's more under the hood. First of all, the deposition bit. In late 2022, early 2023, fundraising deposition unearthed by Torre in his September the 18th episode. Aspiration co-founder, the dude who pled guilty, Joe Sandberg, was straight up grilled on whether he was the one who reeled in Steve Ballmer as the golden goose investor for their desperate $75 million round, which they fell $9 million short on, with Ballmer and minority owner Dennis Wong as the only fresh fish. Sandberg, question mark, Fifth Amendment all the way, clamming up like it was a mob trial. That's right out the New York Times. That's right out the New York Times what Sandberg did. And he was asked by the feds about Steve Ballmer. Let's keep going. That invocation isn't nothing. It's a blank sign screaming, right? I ain't saying jack about Steve, especially since Sandberg was already knee deep in the fraud that landed him that guilty plea months later. Torre's team cross-referenced it against bankruptcy filings, showing Sandberg personally hawking Ballmer's name internally as the bridge to keep the lights on, right as Kawhi's no-show checks were bouncing around. CBSSports.com, the source. If the feds were just treating Ballmer as a rude black back then, why is Sandberg lawyering up at the mere whisper of his name? It smells like they knew the DOJ, Department of Justice, SEC probe, kicked off in earnest by mid-2023, might loop back those investor chats. Then the late 2024 bombshell. Torre lit on the fuse today on his episode. Ballmer's philanthropy arm, the Ballmer Group, wired $1.875 million straight to Sandberg, who has admitted his guilt with the feds, pet charity Golden State Opportunity, a poverty-fighting outfit Sandberg founded in 2016. And the links for Steve Ballmer and Sandberg go way back before Aspiration. They proved that today too. See, I told y'all, the fans is watching, nigga. See, you dudes think I'm joking. I ain't playing, nigga. I'm surgical with this thing. It says this wasn't some blank. It's the fourth grant, right? From Steve Ballmer to the organization since 2018. But crucially, it hit in December of 2024. Full year after the Clippers claimed they ghosted Aspiration, post 2023 default, months after Sandberg's co-conspirator, Ibrahim El Husseini, got pinched for the $248 million wire fraud scam, October 2024. And weeks after Forbes splash, Aspirations rot all over the headlines. Ballmer's been hollering, I was conned, since Torre's first drop, but dropping nearly $2 million on Sandberg's side hustle post-scandal? A former Aspiration executive nailed it on the podcast. And I quote, it's inconceivable to be hoodwinked and keep cutting checks to the guy. CBSSports.com. Torre traces their bromance back to 2017, pre-Aspiration philanthropy chats, arguing it undercuts the embarrass mark narrative. Why fund the fundraiser feel good organization if you truly been burned by this guy? So if he cons you in 2023, why would you still be giving him money in 2024? Steve Ballmer he's caught. This ain't even bro, this shit is serious, serious. Federal, nigga. Federal. Let's keep going. Federal, 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 nigga. Federal. Let's keep going on. So does this mean that the feds are secretly circling around Steve Ballmer and Kawhi? Question mark. Not secretly in the tinfoil hat sense. No subpoenas, leaks, or filings named them as targets in the DOJ's wrap-up. Sandberg's plea was all about the core loans and fake boots with Ballmer as a duped whale number one. But you're right. This fresh Torre heat, especially the charity amid the federal probe, could absolutely ping their radar for a deeper dive. Like, hey, Steve, why the ongoing bromance with a guy who just pled to scamming you? If it's conspiracy or laundering vibes, funneling via philanthropy to keep ties warm, that be Garland's playground. Not just Silver's. Kawhi stays peripheral. No direct Sandberg links beyond the deal, but Uncle Dennis text. Torre got him. Might drag him in. Uncle Dennis, remember Uncle Dennis text messages that they got on his helmet? Oh man, right to Joe Sandberg. That's Uncle Dennis right there. Uncle Dennis ain't denying them text messages, but I'm just saying here, this is all clickbait, right? Hunk alive, you lying ass Negro. This is all people making this shit up, huh? Capping ass boy. They about to stir fry your ass the hard way. And the updated prediction, a 60-40 chance now that the feds at least peek quietly, subpoena the Ballmer Group grants, question mark, especially if Watchtill's NBA probe shares documents. But full-blown charges, a stretch without a Ballmer email saying keep Kawhi happy via Joe, right? So here's the thing, y'all. What does Pablo drop next? Does Pablo come out here and does Pablo, because y'all know once Steve Ballmer came out and said they conned me, Pablo had another episode ready, stir fried his ass. And I think Pablo is dripping this because he bails him, he baits him in. He baits him in. He throws a little bit out, get him enough to come on in, and he got Kawhi Leonard on the record denying this, saying that this is cap, this is clickbait. So now Pablo said today that they still looking through those files. So let's see what Pablo comes up with next. And I guarantee you he's going to make a situation to where it's going to be hard for Kawhi to deny this one. Like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody that's tapped on in. Y'all better pay attention. It's about to go down.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, tickettvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.